McLaren's Carlos Sainz Jr. set the fastest time of Formula One pre-season testing yet, as a Sebastian Vettel crash interrupted the start of Day 2 of the second Barcelona test. Sainz took over the McLaren 34 from teammate Lando Norris, who ended Tuesday's first day on top despite twice stopping out on track on Wednesday morning, and went fastest on his first timed run towards the end of the first hour with a 1:18.878s. His next improvement took him into the mid-1:17s, before he set his session-topping 1:17.144s lap on the softer C4 compound around an hour and a quarter into the session. That effort was 0.2 faster than the 1:17.393s Renault's Nico Hülkenberg set on the final day of last week's first test, and left Sainz, who also caused the first red flag of the day when he stopped at the pit lane exit, a full second clear at the head of the order. Ferrari driver Vettel was second fastest, but was limited to 40 laps by a crash at turn 3 a little more than 2 hours into the session. The four-time champion had not long improved his fastest time to a 1:18.195s after heading out on Pirelli's mid-range C3 tire when he went straight on at the start of the long right-hander, skating across the gravel and into the barriers on the outside. Ferrari said the crash, which required a stoppage of 40 minutes while the car was recovered and barriers were repositioned, was the result of a mechanical problem. It later added, "We are foreseeing the car won't go out on track for a few hours. The car is due to be driven in the afternoon by Vettel's teammate Charles Leclerc." Red Bull's productive start to the second test continued as Max Verstappen completed 69 laps and set the third fastest time. Once again, the team opted to conduct its running solely on the C3 tire. Valtteri Bottas was limited to just 7 laps on Tuesday afternoon after an oil pressure issue prompted Mercedes to change the engine in its W10 as a precaution, but the Finn fared much better at the start of the second day. Bottas was fourth in the order with a fastest time of 1:18.941s and recorded 75 laps, the most of any driver. The Toro Rosso of Daniil Kvyat ended the morning fifth ahead of Alfa Romeo driver Kimi Raikkonen and Racing Point's Sergio Perez. The trio was separated by just 0.142 seconds in the middle of the pack. Robert Kubica moved up to 8th for Williams in the final 4 minutes of the session with a 1:19.367s lap on the C4 tire, leapfrogging Haas's Romain Grosjean, who set his time on the harder C2 compound. Daniel Ricciardo was close to 3 seconds adrift of the pack at the foot of the order as Renault opted to concentrate on long runs. The Australian completed a 10-lap run on the C2 compound early on, then racked up a 13-lap stint on the C3 tire before the first red flag for Sainz's stoppage. Wednesday morning time's post-driver care time gave laps 1 Carlos Sainz McLaren, Renault 1:17.144s 1:17.144s 562 Sebastian Vettel Ferrari 1:18.195s 1.051s 403 Max Verstappen Red Bull, Honda 1:18.395s 1.251s 694 Valtteri Bottas Mercedes 1:18.941s 1.797s 755 Daniil Kvyat Toro Rosso, Honda 1:19.060s 1.916s 366 Kimi Raikkonen Alfa Romeo, Ferrari 1:19.194s 2.050s 437 Sergio Perez Racing Point, Mercedes 1:19.202s 2.058s 298 Robert Kubica Williams, Mercedes 1:19.367s 2.223s 429 Romain Grosjean Haas, Ferrari 1:19.717s 2.573s 5710 Daniel Ricciardo Renault 1:22.597s 5.453s 72 Share